Hi everyone, today we have a new video review, and as you can see, this time we are going to talk about fresh aircraft release from ICM. It is made in 1/48 scale, and we have here Junkers 88P-1, so-called tank buster. So in 1/48 scale it should be quite a large aircraft. The twin-engine Junkers 88 is not a joke, I would say, but still it will be interesting to see what is included here and why this kit might be an interesting choice for all fans of the World War II aviation. And of course we have a commercial sample here, so it means you will get exactly the same stuff as what you'll see in this video review. So here you can see comparison with my hand. I would say it's a typical size for this brand. We have quite nice box art of the aircraft in motion, and here on the side you can also see some information about the kit and the real subject. So it's written we have the 198 parts here, and the wingspan will be 421 millimeters. So that's exactly what I was saying, it's quite large. And on the opposite side you can see also two profiles for two marking options, but I guess we will get more, hopefully. But we will see it when we will be opening the assembly manual in this kit. So just give me a second, I will cut through this plastic seals which are keeping the top lid in place. In the meantime, I can also remind you that we reviewed the previous versions as well. You can find it easily on our YouTube channel, and they were quite decent, even though I would say it takes a bit of bravery to assemble the twin-engine aircraft in 1/48 scale. Still, I saw some assembled models and they looked quite decent. So just give me a second to lift off this top cover. Usually it's a bit of a tight fitment, and this is the case right now. Okay, so as you can guess, this top cover did not provide any protection. This white cardboard board is actually protecting all of the parts. We have really tight fitment, as you can notice, and I can guess, no, it's actually, I was going to say that parts are separated into two bags, but they're actually packed into one resealable plastic bag. So I'm going to open them right now, and we will take a closer look together. So just give me a second. Okay, so first of all, here we have the sprue C. This one is dedicated to the engine gondolas. Maybe I will open the lenses so that you can see more. But as you can see, the overall design, I would say, somewhat what you expect from such kits. So it means we have the engine gondolas which are assembled out of two hulls. We have the landing gear wheels which are assembled out of two hulls. We have one-piece propeller, and overall the surface details look nice. Of course, you can, if you can source the landing gear wheels out of resin, it will be a noticeable upgrade because they're quite large. Here is comparison with my fingertip, but even the standard ones look nice. Of course, there are no details on the tire walls, but I think they're still decent. And here inside you can see some guiding elements. So this will definitely help you with assembly of the engine gondolas, because otherwise it might be a bit tricky. Next, we continue with the sprue H. Here we have the parts for this new version, which we are talking about today. As you can see, we have the special ammo feed, let's say, arms for the machine gun, and also we have some parts of the gun itself. I can guess that the main barrel is assembled out of several parts, because here we also have some parts, and there are also some new parts for the exhaust stacks. As far as you can see, again, we have some guiding elements inside, so it should be easy to align all of those parts. But, well, let's not forget that this is a 1/48 scale release. So some of them will definitely require due care, maybe not to hurry with gluing everything in place, because it requires glue setting up or curing, let's say, and then you will get the proper result. So definitely take it into attention. Here you can notice we have another version of the engine gondolas and propellers, and to be honest, I am not sure which ones will be used, so we'll find it out in the assembly manual, because it will be marked as a used or not used part, obviously. Next we have the clear sprue, which is packed into a separate plastic bag. So you can hear I'm opening it right now, and here we have the canopy parts. So with the canopy parts, usually with ICM I don't have any complaints. As you can see, the molding quality is really great, and the only thing you need is masks, and I hope that here we have the masks templates included, because otherwise you will have to be careful cutting out your own masks, or maybe you have to find some aftermarket which will help you with that. Next, we continue with the fuselage house. So here you can notice that we have the lower section of the fuselage molded together, not together, but separately together with this wing roots. But this one will not be used because otherwise you will not be able to install this under fuselage cannon. But the fuselage house will be used. As you can see, we have also antennas pre-molded here. Maybe I'll place it like this so that you can notice what I'm talking about. And maybe we can zoom in. I can also show you the external features. So these are recessed panel lines. They're not too deep, so be careful with the layers of paint and primer. It might be easy to lose them under this coats of layer of primer and paint. And here we also have some pre-molded features for the cockpit, which is really nice for a 1/48 scale kit, and I think it will be noticeable. What is also great is these two sprues. So here we have something what I would say respect ICM for, is that they decided not to skip on the engines. So both engines are included. Of course you don't have to expose them, but I think it would be a shame to hide such power plant in the engine cowling. So think twice and maybe try to make the cowling removable in order to expose the engine inside. And of course it will be a really great thing on a 1/48 scale build. Next we continue with the plastic sprue, which is dedicated to cockpit parts and also engine gear parts. In the meantime, I can also remind you that you can support us with a small donation. It's usually helping us to get some new kits and also upgrade our equipment. You can also click the button support channel here. It's done via YouTube, and you also get some special bonuses. So you get two options. Either press donate button on our website via PayPal or via YouTube here. And of course I'm really thankful because it helped me to get some kits which I wouldn't be able to get without your help. So we continue the review with this sprue. As you can see, the overall quality looks great. And of course the seat belts are not included here, so that would be the first upgrade I would think of. And next we continue with a small sprue which is dedicated to the machine gun turret. So everything looks great, nothing to complain about here. One more clear sprue in the separate plastic bag. So just give me a second. I will take it out. Here we have also clear parts for this version. So again, no molding problems whatsoever. And one more thing is this sprue with wing parts. So each side should be assembled out of two halves, as you can notice. Wing mechanization is separate, and external features are pretty much the same as what we saw on the fuselage. And of course I would rather recommend to have some reinforcement inside, maybe some metal rod, so that the structure will be rigid and it will not sag with the time. Next we continue with the decal sheet. So here you can see it, there is only one. We have even swastika included here, and we have some stencils, but cockpit decals are represented only with this instrument panel. So for the seat belts you will have to do it by your own, or maybe get some aftermarket PE. Next we continue with assembly manual. So this one is printed as a color printed brochure. I will just close the lenses so that it won't be that bright for you. And here you can see that the assembly manual is starting from history note and technical specifications. Next we continue with the parts map. So red color obviously means that those parts will not be used. And as I said, this, for example, wing root section will not be used. And we will be actually using the large propellers, because here you can see here you can see that the thin-bladed propellers are not used. Okay, so assembly process starts with the nose section. So here you work on the cockpit area. As you can see, various bulkheads going into place. Then you assemble the cockpit itself with the separate seats. Here we install this new wing root section and also start working on the tail surfaces. Then you continue with the wings, and here landing gear goes into the wing area. Then we assemble the engines. Obviously it will have to be repeated twice, and of course I remind you about the chance to expose this engine, so definitely think about it. Next, we assemble the engine gondolas, we install them into the place. You have two options of the front section of the canopy. So that was the new part which we saw on the small clear sprue without the framing, this smooth nose section, let's say. Then you assemble this under fuselage cannon, and as you can see, well, the barrel should be one piece as far as you can see here, so it might be a good looking thing actually. And here, by the way, you can see this installation under the fuselage. Next, we continue with the more clear parts going here and there for this machine gunner section, for tail landing gear doors here. Then we continue with the canopy. And here we have the masking guide, so that's really great. It will come handy in order to cover all of these areas. Then we have first marking option here. It is from 1943, and one more here from 1943 as well, Eastern Front, as you can see, with this yellow accents on the camouflage. So overall, it's a quite interesting release, quite big as well. So if you have a space and also experience for such build, definitely go for it. And of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion, so do not forget to write it here in the comment section below. And I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye.